When thinking of things to talk about on my funny little YouTube channel, I realized there's been something in the back of my mind for a while. Titanoboa. It was the largest snake to ever roam the earth, and the most brain-dead suggestion for a playable ever. Titanoboa used to be a part of the Isle, as a mysterious asset that many people know nothing about. It was actually a simple asset flip from the tragically ruined Stomping Lands game, but that's a story for another day. Although we have no idea what the future for Titanoboa looks like, we do know that at one point in time, it was planned for the game. And although rumors are few and far between, they are still significant, and many people are still hoping that this playable will come to Everima. So with that said, I'm here to tell you why that's an awful idea. Titanoboa was a constrictor, and that means it only had to eat every week or so to sustain itself. Dinosaur games don't have to be realistic to be enjoyable, so this can change. But the manner by which the snake hunts is not so enjoyable. Titanoboa would most likely lurk in rivers and streams and wait for juvenile dinos or any other small to medium creature it could sink its teeth into. The problem starts once the player is grabbed. In order for this animal to kill anything, it would have to drown it or suck the life out of it. Both of these methods require constriction. During this action, neither prey nor predator moves a single inch, a slow and arduous timer for death, which the prey can do absolutely nothing about. Sure, you could add skill checks or something of that kind to maybe give the victim some hope to escape, but this would only hurt new players who may already be fed up with how difficult the game is to understand and survive. The second problem occurs when you think about just how this animal moves. For a player to keep track of all 40 feet of a glorified rope, they need to look everywhere at all times. There's simply nothing it can do if a tiny raptor decides to nip at its tail while moving along, because of the sheer amount of time it would take for the front of the snake to react. And if a fully grown Deinosuchus happens upon you, you're dead. I mean, there's literally nothing you can do. And once you've gotten a hold of something, whether on land or in the water, you are a sitting duck for anything that happens by. And what do you know? Their delicious snake spaghetti has a garnish of whatever the hell you were trying to eat initially. Now let's say you avoid all of this. A snake that has swallowed a massive object is a slow snake, and a relatively defenseless animal. At no stage of the survival process are you safe as this animal. Combined with all of this, the sheer difficulty of coding, animating, and rigging such an animal is a nearly insurmountable task. Every aspect would take ages to figure out and bug test. Imagine being a game developer that has to figure out a way for the snake to slide across and wrap around any random angle of any playable in the game to constrict and consume it without it glitching through or doing other weird things. It would be a nightmare for everyone. With all of this out of the way, we come to the final issue. A giant snake is cool and all, but Dino is just better. They hold similar niches in similar environments and hunt things of similar sizes. I don't think Titanoboa would survive the initial hype at all, and would end up just delaying a more interesting and successful playable from being added to the game. I give absolutely no hate to anyone that wants Titanoboa in the game, and I don't fault the devs for adding it if they do. They do what is profitable, and that's perfectly fine. But that being said, I strongly suggest that we skip over this one, and move on to things that are already coming to the game, and maybe some more playables that could benefit the overall health of the game. That's all I've got for now. Have a good day, bro.